I'm outside X07 with YACHT, and that is Jona and Clair.
Hi.
Hi.
Right, I'm going to start off the interview with a couple of quotes that I've seen.
Okay.
Jona Bechtel is no more a normal human being than a toaster is a Ferrari. YACHT equals a mega physical, and YACHT smells wonderful. I must say, all the time he spent on our bus, it was as if a cool breeze was blowing through my mind. And good songs too. And is that true?
That's totally true. Take a sniff, pull it out.
Oh, it's good. It's good. And that's from James Murphy, who of course is of BFA Records and
he's our label dad.
Yes, LCD Sound System. Is he a good person to work with?
Yes, very good.
Yes.
He likes coffee as much as I like coffee.
I've noticed on some of your blogs.
We're good friends about coffee. Oh my god, look at how fast that dog is running! You guys getting this on the radio? Can you see this?
I think people can mentally visual it. It's actually quick dog.
Run that fast.
That was a really beautiful running dog. A smallish terrier too. Anyway.
See a penny pick up, and I'll say you'll have good luck.
YACHT stands for Young Americans Challenging High Technology. What's the story behind that?
Well, in Portland, Oregon,
That's where we're from.
Yeah, we're from Portland, Oregon, by the way. There used to be this small learning center that I found out about when I was maybe 13 or 14 years old. I didn't go to high school. I was playing in punk bands instead of going to high school, and my parents were really, really cool about that. So I took the GED, which is a high school equivalency test, when I was 16 years old, and sort of as this like extracurricular sort of like building extra school program, I went to this thing called YACHT, which was this tiny little crappy building in northeast Portland, and it was a learning center, and that's kind of where I learned about more mega physical things, and I think where I picked up my good smells.
And I just mentioned your blogging. You do video blogs, you do blogs, you do Twittering as well.
Yeah.
In fact, I've seen you both chatting up kangaroos in Australia.
Yeah.
Did that one take your heart?
Yeah,
It didn't really work out with us in the kangaroos.
We tried so hard to woo the kangaroos, but they were not interested in us. It was not a reciprocal feeling, unfortunately. But, I'm used to that with animals.
It's a real meat market out there.
And also, I've seen Jona confessing to driving without license while driving. That's quite good.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, I did that for so long. I did that for 3 years, which involved multiple tours of driving across the country alone.
Yeah.
Which I think I became really alert in doing that. I became a better driver because I was always on the lookout for trouble or cops or just whatever. I became more attentive, and I think that really has helped me focus my craft.
On your music videos, always looking at them, they're always pretty humorous. They've always got a humorous element. Do you enjoy doing them? There's something to your music that you actually enjoy doing?
It's miserable. It may look funny, but when we're dancing around our music videos, it's just, it's a burden, a duty, if you will.
That's actually
a task.
She's not joking. It's awful. No,
I'm sure it looks fun.
It looks like it's fun in games,
it's like
but
those
it's not.
Brazilian supermodels in the bikini calendars. They're freezing cold at the beach at dawn.
They're not
it's
thinking
like that.
sexy. They're not thinking sexy.
They don't feel sexy.
Well, you create the illusion, so that's the good
right.
thing.
Yeah, sure.
That's what we're kind of about.
Summer came up and sang song. When summer came up, we sang along. We stayed up talking all night long. So move your feet to the summer song.
Live-wise, is it always been from a visual perspective as well as the music?
As long as we have been able to, yes. I mean, when I first started playing shows alone, it was in basements and stuff like that, so I didn't have access to like video projectors or screens or anything like that. But since we've been doing it for so long, now people are happy to, like this amazing place here, X07, really happy to provide us with the tools that we need to really express ourselves fully.
Yes.
And yeah, visual stuff is something that we're both very interested in.
In terms of your actual music, it's kind of, I couldn't really pinpoint any influences. So is there any influences there, or is it just coming from yourself?
No, I feel like we have a lot of influences that we are really not shy about talking about and putting into music. Nirvana is my first and foremost biggest influence of music, and that's why I create music, because I fell in love with Nirvana at a very early age. But I think you look like you're about to say
We both
something.
come from a very punk place in terms of our influences, but it's not so much about music all the time. I mean, for us, it's also about films and religious movements and interesting concepts and UFOs and the natural world and things like that. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
it's really all over the place, which is what our music is all about.
For the past 10 years, though, I think our biggest musical influence of just people immediately around us, our friends and stuff like that. We're lucky to be from a cool place where there's lots of great people making music, like White Rainbow and White Fang and Valet and
Marriage Records.
all of Marriage Records and all of States' Rights Records. Yeah, amazing stuff.
You've got a new an album coming out.
Yes.
The 28th of July?
Yes.
The one? There you are.
Found out.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
I have my sauces. And this is See Mystery Lights on DFA. And is there particularly, because you're fairly new as a full-time part of the band, aren't you?
Yes, that's true. I've only been in Yacht for about a year and a half now, which is sizable. And we recorded this record together in the beginning of 2008, and I've been in the band ever since then. So the record that's coming out is kind of a monument for this particular phase of Yacht, if you will.
Okay. And with your adding to Yacht, has it been a good? Have you've stamped your mark at all, or has it been completely Jona?
It's a totally different band than it was before.
Yeah,
right.
Before I'm in it, I'm hesitant to toot my own horn, but it's different, and it's been really an interesting path of maturity. I think we're finally reaching a really good, nice stride for Yacht.
We're finding comfort in what we're doing right now.
Finally, you've released Summer Song from this album coming up, and do you have any other singles in the pipeline before the release?
Yes, we're not allowed to talk about them. But there's actually a single that we're putting out that's not on the album. We're putting out a limited edition 7-inch of this song called Waste of Time. We've been playing it at shows. It's actually a cover of a song from a fake band from this movie called Ladies and Gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains. Have you seen this movie?
I have not.
Oh my god, it's
I'll have to look it up.
good. Yeah. What were you going to say?
I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I can, if you will.
Hey, you keep opening your mouth this way where I'm like, oh, yeah.
I'm trying to catch flies.
You're hungry. You're hungry.
I'm just like, I'm looking for food.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll let you get the food. Thanks very much for the interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Yacht out.